source respect, source appreciation, source energy, source prosperity. Welcome. It is youarelevelsom. Welcome to your Jupiter day on June 11, 2020. That's June 11, 2020. And what we got right here going on is, on this Jupiter day, embrace the ownership of your boundaries and embrace your ability to expand into the infinite source energy. The allowance of you, your human birthright. Let go of saying that outside entities of you are supposed to dictate the decisions you make. Let go of relying on someone else telling you how the reality goes. You came here, you manifested, for you to unapologetically learn that it's you that wants to learn how to craft this. Empty emotional vaults. That's what we're learning here on the June 11, 2020. On the June 11, 2020, on this Jupiter day. Empty emotional vaults. Mess up. Do what you think. Do the mess up. If there's something going on with you, you got OCD, you got obsessive compulsive disorder going on about, oh, I can't do this, I'm a mess up. Then if it's not going to cause you any bodily harm, if it's not going to cause anybody else any bodily harm, then just do the thing and mess up. Because if you're able to use it like that, it's not a real thing anyway. If you're able to use it as some form of making you stay on eggshells, it's not healthy. I don't even care if you figured out how to make it healthy, supposedly. You're running from a more efficient, actual, optimal method of doing honesty, of living you. Who are you to tell me how to live it? All I'm saying is, if you don't have the ability to accept any piece of truth at any given second, if you are not able to go into any part of your life and accept any piece of truth at any given point in time, second, then you are at a disadvantage and you are asking to be owned and you are asking to lead your life with fear worship. You are to know any second of your life, and you are to be able to look at it with appreciation, no matter how dark or disruptive it may be. You must be able to look at it with appreciation and understand, to allow these things to give you the true fuel, the eternal fuel, to thrive in your clarity of acceptance of your truth. Not what you built to try to blend in, what you built to try to stay away from admitting things. But the truth of acceptance from yourself that doesn't require you, it doesn't allow you to have to go crazy in secret or in any manner to spend any amount of energy on how to blend in and how to look right, on how to sound right and how to not look too much of this or not look enough of this, or you're go obsess over how you're better than everyone, or how to obsess over how you're not good at anything, or you're worse than everyone. All of it is nonsense. Empty emotional vaults. Emotional empty vaults. Vaults empty emotional. Empty emotional vaults. What is the empty reduced to? 5. Don't know? Look at my number videos. 5. Allow the care of yourself, the immediate recognition that you realize you look, or you think you look, totally weird when you're doing what makes you happy. Allow yourself to not care about how you look, at least to the extent where you're worried about people's opinions. Which means don't care about how you look, beyond what you need to look like for your work, beyond how you need to present yourself optimally for the work you're involved in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about anyone. It doesn't matter their relation to you. If they're blood, if they're it doesn't matter. Only you know your honesty. You must stand for your innate creation, meaning you, because nothing else, not even if you have children, nothing else can do it for you. You can try to use children and kids and relationships and people all you want to try to justify why you don't have to answer your call. And yes, even if your call is helping people, there's a difference between helping the people and just trying to use the people to justify you not diving into anything else you know you really want to do. That if it's true, no judgments. Beware of the truthers that are, and you're thinking, if you're emptying emotional vaults, beware of anybody who's telling you, if you do this, you're damned. If you do that, you're damned. If you do this and you know that, you're damned. Because what vaults are they emptying? There's one thing to identify actions that are not efficient when it comes to energy responsibility. Yes, we must identify what's not accurate, what's inaccurate, what's inefficient, and what's accurate and what's efficient and what's optimal when it comes to energy distribution and usage. Your etherical spiritual energy. But beyond that accurate and beyond that efficient and non-efficient, there's no room, the judgment, oh, this is that. No, this is, you got emotional vaults blocked. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter with the books. You see, the books, any book, ultimately is a test for the human psyche. Why? Because no book will trump the right now. No theology, no philosophy, no science. Listen, yeah, all right, yeah, but people have had time to study science. They can know how to plan. All right, yes, I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to specifically knowing yourself. I'm referring to knowing yourself. Only you can feel you immediately in every nanosecond and faster. Now, there are people out there who have a gift, who have a knack to just be on and feel people. These are the helpers, the caretakers, the counselors, the shamans. The female version of the shaman, whatever word, just to know, just to cover all bases. To help you understand. That's what I do always here. But you got to empty emotional vaults. So if you're there screaming about, oh, you can't, I don't care how efficient the work is you output. You got emotional blockages because now you're still getting an audience to think it's still somehow efficient to condemn and get stuck on blame. No, you gotta, blame does not excuse the fear of embracing care. Yes, we must know what attention needs to go where to maximize what, to separate what ourselves from inefficient relations and etc. We must know this, but to stay stuck on the blame and then to stay stuck on the story of you going through whatever, to stay stuck on these things, this is nothing more than the fear of doing this. You don't want to empty it. You got to keep rehashing the story. Even if the story is about survival, you have to let go. It doesn't mean don't ever talk about it. But what I'm saying is, if you stay stuck, if when certain truths come up, you always got to go to this same stories to ratify why those truths don't got to go any further. Well, then you need to. It's probably behooves you to embrace the 5, empty the emotional 5. That reduces to 5, and the vaults reduces to 5. And 555 master number. Look it up. Embrace your unapologetic care of yourself. Let go of worrying and obsessing over how you're going to look when you dive into whatever it is you know you got skills at, and you just do it. Oftentimes it's our closest, especially if you come from certain racial backgrounds, oftentimes it's our closest people who are the biggest sabotagers and haters, whether they realize it consciously or not. And sometimes, oftentimes, it's both. That it's both. They realize how they are consciously, especially from certain racial backgrounds, and then they realize, and then they don't even realize how they aren't. All right, folks, excuse the disturbance. Source energy, you gotta appreciate it. Source appreciation. Gotta love the business, gotta appreciate the now. Things are flowing. Allow your appreciation. Allow now, allow now, allow now, allow now. You are allowed. If you, I don't care, if you got stuff going on where you gotta always, it always leads to this or that. It always leads to a shaming or pointing a finger, glorifying a whole segment. No. These are personal things, but it's not efficient. You're not going to see this here. I don't care. I love, you talk about the round, is the earth round or flat? It's flat. If you want to say it's round, I have no problem. I love Hollywood too. You can understand the essence of how to live your maximum self. I can show you how to do it through both understandings, through a flat or through a round. Now, granted, if you do it through the flat, you're gonna have the edge. You're gonna be a little bit more faster. That's it. It's just nowhere on, because that's what's true. The ball is a story. It's storytelling. It's Hollywood. Just face it. Do real research. All right. Just do real research. You're born seeing it. It's the greatest deception to make you think, oh yeah, we know everything. We have created things that allow us to tell you how it is. And you'll listen to us based off of how we tell you how it is. And you'll just deal with it. No, that's bullshit. It's a sales pitch. And I respect anybody's ability to create a sales pitch. You as the individual has to be the responsible one for yourself, to equip yourself with knowledge of self, of source energy, of the world, of the ether, of the universe, multi-dimensions, etc. To equip yourself with knowledge of yourself ultimately, so you know which sales pitches you prefer, and stop being led by blind hate and fear worship. You gotta allow yourself to craft the now. You know you're allowed. Let go of trying to act like you have to listen to what the outside says first. No. Anybody you hate, if you're mad you talk about the elite, well, they don't listen to the outside first. They love themselves enough first, and they take what they need to take to do what they have done. Let go of the judgments and start looking at yourself so you can take what you need to take to get what you need done for your optimal self. Empty emotional vaults. 555. That's what it's going to be. That's what it'll be. Look, and then from now on, just look it up. I told you what it is, 555. From this angle, from the Levelsome angle, from this angle. You're going to do research. I put the links up in the videos you watch and you don't. Now, everything you get, you should take it and then you go look it up and start your research. That's the way it's optimal. You don't just take it verbatim. I'm just going to not have to listen. Even when I work with you closer, I show you from multitudes of angles so I can take out you having to do that process. Even though I still encourage you to do the process of looking up stuff on your own. When you work with me closer, personal, I make sure to come from multiple angles because I'm giving you that service. To just show you from multiple angles, I'm giving you that service. And of course, you can still go take those extra angles I give it to you from, the knowledge, and still show it how you can do it from your implementation of what you're learning from your angles. Always about how to integrate it from yourself ultimately, so that you can share too, because it's outward sharing, inward sharing. The inward sharing is the outward sharing. The more you embrace self-care and take that courage to do that, you're opening etherical blockages for yourself and for all of humanity and any animal. You're doing far more by opening up for yourself and just living honestly, truthfully. Even if that means whatever your diet's going to be, as long as you're not harming another human being. All right? Because you're doing far more for any animal by being an honest individual with yourself and optimizing your diet. Even if that means, you still eat animals a little bit. All right. If it's honest and you're not malicious, you're doing far more of that than just being a pretentious vegan and joining the vegan movement, being full of hate, having an emotional vault that's ridiculously over bombarded. You got multiple vaults that are ridiculously full of denial, and you think that just because you can keep mimicking people and sucking off people, being a vampire, and going to I'll go to the vegan movement and I'll blend in there. No, drop it. Just drop it. Do what is honesty. Do what you need to do to maximize all of your energy onto your true actions of self. Whether that means I don't care if you got 6 kids, 2 2 kids, no kids. You've been wanting to make the move, stop creating excuses. Figure out why you're gonna do it and just do it. If people love you, then they love you. Only when you dive into real actions like this are you gonna be able to know who's really for you. Do you have the courage to do this? Or do you want to sit in denial and just live potentially knowing that the people you surround yourself by are just there? It's not the deep relationship that you know it could be. It's just something you settled on because you're a fear mongerer. Let it go. Own the truth. If you are, I'm here to love you. If you're a fear mongerer, I'm here to love you to the extent that you're here to love yourself. I'll meet you in that middle constantly to show you how, no, you haven't run out of time. It's just the route you've taken thus far, and you are allowed to transmute and transform and empty emotional vaults. Embrace the 555 in this Jupiter, June 11, 2020. Source respect, source appreciation, source energy, source prosperity.